Last year on Mother's Day, I was 7 months pregnant and I went into premature labor, so not expecting to have a baby. I was on bed rest for 4 weeks, so I was out of work at that point. After 4 weeks, he came 2 months early. He was 9 weeks premature, went directly to the NICU, so he was there for 4 weeks. So at that point, I had been out of work for 8 weeks. We got him home from the NICU after a month. He was doing pretty well, but every day there is another appointment that you need to go to, whether it's, doctor, neonatal clinic follow-up, vision, hearing, you've got a lot to do. And I wasn't able to go back to work until about 5 months after I had left. So, 5 months with no pay, it was so important for us to have both TDI and TCI. It made such a difference. We had purchased a home just a year before, so then we had a mortgage, on top of our regular bills. And just being a first-time mom and a first-time dad with this premature infant and not having to completely worry about whether my job was going to be there. And thankfully, my boss was very, very understanding, completely flexible with me, which also made a huge difference in me going back to work and wanting to go back to work. Feeling a little more, I wanted to go back to work because she was so supportive, and I wanted to be there and, be a mom, but also use my education that I had worked so hard for. So the two programs were just invaluable for us. I really I think about what would we have done if we didn't have them, and I don't know. I really don't know.
And how would you have felt about your employer if you didn't have them?
Yeah. If they, said sorry.
Well, you just made the business case.
Yeah.
You really did. Because your loyalty there is much deeper.
And I'm still there, and plan on being there. I'm very happy to be working. And like you were saying, for women to not be able or not want to go back to work or not feel like they could go back to work and be supported, and being out of the workforce and wanting women to stay working, to stay in the workforce. I have a lot of mom friends. We have very varied stories, and there are some moms who their employers had less than 25 employees, didn't have to give them FMLA, and they just flat out quit. Said, I can't go back to work after 2 or 3 weeks. And then I have other moms who had paid maternity leave, and what a difference that made for them. So it's just such a wide variety. And I don't think a lot of people realize that, as a country, we do not have paid leave. And until you get to the point where you start thinking about having a family, it's like, wait, what? We don't have that? You just assume, being in the United States, that of course you do. Not so much.